Hello you guys, what is up? Welcome back. I hope everyone watching is doing well. I hope you guys are all taking care of yourselves. Before we jump on into it, you guys, I just wanted to let y'all know that if you are wanting to purchase a personal reading, I have those available in my description box. If they're out of stock, please do just message me on Etsy or through my email and I can set something up with you in the future. I'm very excited for today's pick a card, guys. Today's pick a card is going to be a pick a card all about your next loving, healthy, long-term relationship, the when and the how. When are you meeting this person? How are you meeting this person? And I want to be super clear. This is going to be a loving, healthy, long-term relationship. Okay, so we're trying to understand that dynamic and when that's coming into your life, how that's coming into your life. So I'm very excited to get into it, guys. Before I do, this is just a reminder that tarot is a divination tool. It's an intuitive practice. Take what resonates, leave what does not. That goes for everything in life, not just tarot. Also, there's nuance to every conversation, you guys. Get all of that out of the way, guys. Here is a clip of the piles right now. All right, you guys, these are the three piles. We have group 1 with the aqua aura quartz, group 2 with the red aventurine, and group 3 with the amazonite. Also, by the way, this is blue sage, as you can see here. Blue sage. Anyways, if you guys need a moment to meditate on which pile is calling your name, you guys are free to do that right now. And if you want to pick more than one pile, you guys are always welcome to do so. Right, you guys have now picked your pile. Please go and check out my description box. I'll leave you guys timestamps for when your reading shall start. And with that, let's go ahead and jump into today's pick a card. Hello, group number 1. Again, if you guys are looking for personal readings are available in the description box. If they're out of stock, guys, message me on Etsy, email me, and I will set something up for you. It may take me a few days to respond, maybe a week, but I will respond. All right, let's get on into it. We will start off with the dice. If you guys are new, the dice is dessert. It's extra. If your sign doesn't pop up, it's really not that deep. We have Gemini and Libra. Hello, Gemini. Hello, Libra. Aquarius. Just Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius. The person who commented not too long ago who was like, Aquarius never shows up. Are you here? Did you pick this pile? You know who you are. I read your comment. If you're here, Aquarius now just showed up 4 times. So, Gemini and Libra. I guess it's Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. The air signs are here. All right, guys. I rolled. There's nothing else coming up. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling. Maybe another zodiac sign will pop up. Okay. We have the Knight of Cups, the Six of Pentacles. Can I get a message for group 1 in regards to when/how, when/. Okay. I'm going to go ahead, guys, and continue to shuffle because I feel like I'm able to get a better understanding of the full message when I go like this. Can I please get when/how? Perfect. Beautiful. When/how? Beautiful. When/ Gemini, you are here again. Okay, Gemini, hello. I understand that you are here. We appreciate you. We love you. We get it. You're here. We have intuition, faith. Okay, one more. Interesting, guys. This is really interesting. Can I? Okay, this is too many. Perfect. A promise. Okay. Okay. When/how. Okay. Okay. I know I keep saying okay, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just taking in the message. So here's the thing. I'm like 99.999% sure that you guys are meeting this person through the means of like online, whether that's like through Instagram, through Facebook, through a dating app, through whatever type of online means. The reason I'm saying that is because number one, we have all these messages here of like air sign energy, and for no other sign to pop up besides the air signs, to me that's a little weird, and I feel like that's representing something that's more significant than if it was just a bunch of different signs showing up or a bunch of different elements showing up. So the fact that it's only air signs that have shown up today, I think the water signs are here, but I feel like it's mainly air. It's mainly air, okay? So to me, that's not necessarily representing that there's only air signs watching this or only air, sun, moon, and rising watching this, but that it does signify to me that there's like communication being highlighted in regards to the when/how are you meeting this person, because that's ultimately the question. So I'm gonna just, scoot all of this stuff to the side, and I'll get into like why I'm feeling this is like an online connection or a connection you're making online. And I know people have their judgments on that. Judge if you will. I believe it's something like 80% of people who are like getting married today met on a dating app. So I don't know. You can be against it if you want. I don't know what to tell you. The first card we have here is the King of Cups. All right, guys. Who is the King of Cups? What does this mean? Why is this here? The King of Cups is maturity. So when we're talking about when, I need to be super, super clear when I say this. When we're talking about when are we meeting this person? You're not going to meet this person until you are mentally, emotionally mature, okay? You're just not. And I know that, hearing that isn't always the nicest. I remember when I was in my early 20s, when I was like 20, 21, and I would hear things like, oh, like you're gonna, whatever. When I would receive readings that were alluding to the fact that I was not going to meet my person until my late 20s, I was very put off by that and annoyed and just like, that's irritating. Like, I want to be in love now. I want to have my person now. But like, it makes sense now. Like, looking back in retrospect, it makes sense. This is maturity. So period, point blank, if you're younger, I'm gonna say if you are under the age of 26, you're not gonna meet this person until at least a few years down the road. If you are of a mature age and you feel like you've matured, this could be representing, and I'm just gonna say this lightly, a need to be or to obtain a better understanding of your emotional state or of your mental state, okay? Because you can be older and still be extremely immature. That is also obviously a possibility. So overall, the overarching energy I'm getting with this, you guys, is you're meeting this person later in life. What is later? To me, later in life is, again, like late 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s maybe. That's the energy. It's not young and silly and like, it's not puppy love. It's not giving that. It's mature. So again, everybody matures at different ages, so that's difficult for me to pinpoint an exact age or an exact timeline for everybody who's here, but you're gonna be a bit older. So if you're already older, congrats. Maybe you're closer to meeting them than others. We have the Six of Pentacles, okay? What is the Six of Pentacles, Cenus? All right, so the Six of Pentacles, guys, this is generosity, all right? Now, I'm just gonna be super blunt on this. I'm more so seeing this, you guys, as the universe being generous with you when it comes to meeting this person. It feels like you are receiving the gift of this person. You are receiving the gift of this relationship via the universe, via your prayers, via your manifestations, okay? And it feels almost, I don't want to say like a kindness, but it feels like something where it's like, I recognize that you have gone through a lot, but like your consolation prize cannot be your soulmate. You can't receive your soulmate just because you went through hell. You can't receive your soulmate just because you've been going through a difficult time. I'm more so seeing this as like the universe being like, okay, you've done the work, you've done the maturing, you've evolved, you've grown, and it's like now is the time for you to receive the love that you've been seeking. Now is the time for you to receive this health and this balance. Because in reality, guys, if we're not mentally healthy, if we're not emotionally healthy, if we're not mature, we're not going to have a mentally healthy or mature relationship. We're not going to have a long-lasting relationship what is that? Wherever you go, there you are. Wherever you go, there you are. Whoever you're with, there you are, right? And sometimes it's hard to face ourselves. Sometimes it's hard to face the shadows, that are within us because it's icky and it's uncomfortable. But the facts of the matter are is like you cannot improve if you don't do that. And I'm seeing the Six of Pentacles as you receiving a gift via the fact that you've improved. We have the Star. All right, guys, this is a blessing. This is a dream come true. Someone presented this to me the other day. They said it's a lifting of a curse. And I just thought that was really interesting the way that they worded that. And I don't know if I would necessarily agree with that wording, but I felt like it was appropriate for this particular reading based on the fact of the energy that came up prior. It does feel like a lifting of a curse. It does feel like a break in a chain that has been negative. The Star coming in feels almost like a lightning bolt of we're cutting out this disruption, we're cutting out this negativity, and like now it's time to start anew. We're welcoming in a better life, a better phase. So that's essentially what the Star is. It's a blessing, you guys. It's a new phase in a positive direction. It's having hope, belief, and faith that there's good to come. And I know, again, like when people are struggling, I don't know why I'm talking about mental health so much in this particular group. I feel like a lot of you who picked this pile may struggle with your mental health. And if that's the case, you're not going to receive happiness in regards to like anything that's stable or consistent if we don't face that first. And that's not to say you're not deserving of happiness just because you have mental health struggles. But if there's chaos within, there will be chaos outside as well. So the Star, hope, faith, belief in us moving forward, ready to receive our blessings. Remember, guys, the Star has already been through the Tower, right? The Star has already been through the darkness. And the Star has emerged from that darkness, from the murky waters. In this particular depiction, I think it's really beautiful. I don't know if you guys can tell here, but I believe that she is the point of this depiction is that she is a lotus. Lotuses bloom in murky, dark, disgusting waters. And the Star herself, she literally is only in this position because she went through hell. So I feel like that's oftentimes why whenever the Tower comes up, I try to encourage people to embrace it and to look at it as an opportunity because the Star follows. And if you get stuck on the Tower, you don't get the opportunity of seeing the Star. You don't get the opportunity of going into that next phase, right? We have the Seven of Cups here. Okay, so this is another reason, group number one, why I feel like there's this energy here of having options. There's this energy here of being online or of dating multiple people at the time in which you are entering this relationship. Now, you guys, you don't need to meet these people online. However, I do believe it's very possible you're meeting them online just because the Seven of Cups is very much representative of the fact that we have multiple options in front of us. So, that is that. We have the Page of Cups, okay? The Page of Cups, what is the Page of Cups? What is this meaning? The Page of Cups being here, this is telling me that there is a surprise in store for you. The way that you're coming into union with this person, group one, there is no possible way, group one, that you have the ability to predict how this is going to take place. You have no ability to imagine or to envision how this is going to take place. And the reason for that is because this is meant to be a surprise. This is meant to take you off guard. This is meant to be something that kind of blossoms without you even necessarily expecting it to. This feels like a love that's more so like a wild flower than like a garden rose, if that makes sense. Okay, moving forward. Okay, I said that and then I literally was like, let me get to the astrology card. We have Mars, which says move forward. This is move forward and defend self. Mars. What is Mars? Mars is action. Mars is a need to move forward. It's aggression. It's passion. So I always say this as well, and I know I'm sure people are tired of hearing it, but if you want to see change, you have to take action. If you're not going to take action, if you're not going to be an active participant in the change you're wanting to see, don't expect it to come then. Don't expect it to come. So here with this, I see this, you guys, as pushing ourselves. Maybe even exerting our energy towards something that lights us up, that gets us excited. This doesn't have to be necessarily that you are doing this in regards to your love life specifically, but you are taking action. You are not remaining stagnant. You are not lying down and giving up. You are moving forward, okay? In some way, shape, or form in your life at the time in which you are meeting this person, how you are meeting this person is through the actions that you are taking, okay? We have a conjunction here. This is a union merging and coming together. This is obviously confirmation of you two coming together. This is obviously just quite literally stating the fact that there is a union here, which I love the confirmation. Okay, let's get into, oh, I thought this was the 6th house. That's interesting. Okay, this makes sense as to why I was bringing up mental health. And guys, I want you to know, as I'm shuffling the cards, you just watch me shuffle. Yes, I'm looking at what's coming up, but I'm not necessarily reading it. If you read tarot, you know what I'm saying. Like, you can look at a card and not necessarily read it. I don't know. Anyways, I was bringing up mental health a lot, and it makes sense now to me because we do have the 12th house. The 12th house is a house that I feel like this is like hidden enemies. This is the subconscious. I see this perhaps connected to our mental health. This isn't necessarily an easy, smooth house to be dealing with. It's the house of endings. It's the last house in the wheel. So it's not bad, but it's not great. I essentially stand by everything I just said previously about a need for really being healthy with your own mental health, with your own emotional health. Perhaps there are things within yourself that you don't want to face, and maybe that's why we have that King of Cups to start us out, because it's like you're gonna have to wait a significant amount of time prior to you being in a position where you're able to face those things. The sooner you can face your subconscious, you guys, the sooner you can face your shadow, the sooner you can meet this person. So please, if you're young and you're like, I don't want to wait, I want to meet this person, please do your shadow work. If you need therapy, please do not be ashamed of getting therapy. If you need to be on medication, please don't be ashamed to get on medication. If you need professional help, do not be afraid to seek out professional help. There's literally nothing wrong with any of that. What's wrong is like people who tell you that that's wrong. That's not okay. But it's 100% like it's okay if you need help. And I think, again, in dealing with our subconscious enemies or enemies that we don't see, which very well could be ourselves, in dealing with that, again, I think that is what is going to help push this union together. So choose to deal with it, choose to ignore it. You know, it's really up to you, but that would be my suggestion for those of you who are younger or less mature and you're wanting to meet this person or you're wanting to come into union with this person. We have the 1st house, and this is arrival. Okay, so this is obviously talking about the way that we view ourselves, the way that we treat ourselves, you guys. Okay, so the 1st house is the house of the self. It's the house of the physical body, how you come up in the world, how you represent yourself in the world. Are you comfortable with you, group 1? Are you comfortable with you? Are you feeling safe with you? And I'm sorry I'm bringing this all back to like mental health stuff. I really don't like talking about health related topics when we're doing tarot. I don't like it at all. However, this feels very relevant to this message today. I just feel like for those of you who are uncomfortable in your own skin, there's going to be a blossoming of sorts in which you are coming into your own and you are feeling more connected in your body, in your soul, and how you are representing yourself in the world. And I feel like this is playing a major role in how you're meeting this person, in feeling more confident, in feeling more secure, and feeling more at home in your own skin, okay? And I also just want to say this, I don't give a dang-a-lang how you freaking get there, okay? It's not my business or the next person's business how you get to the place, how you arrive to the place of self-love and self-acceptance, okay? And anyone who thinks that it's their place to tell anybody else what they need to do to love themselves needs to just mind the business. So you do what you got to do to get to that place, but get to that place. We have a Gemini. This is cross-pollination. So again, guys, I'm going to just go out on the limb and say that I feel very confident. I feel very confident as a Gemini rising. I feel very, very confident at the fact that you and this person are going to be either meeting online, or some of you, it's very possible the cross-pollination, it could be like, I don't want to say loosely related, but maybe loosely connected to like friends that you currently have. And for some of you, that may even be a bit murky or a bit complicated. You know what it's giving me? It's giving me the summer I turned pretty, and I know I've talked about this in a recent video, but the cross-pollination is giving me, it has the potential to be a bit messy for those of you who are not meeting this person online. If this is cross-pollination, this could have the ability to be a little bit complex in regards to how you're meeting them, who's introducing you to this person, or the connections that your friends may have to this person, or the connections that your friends' friends or your friends' siblings may have to this person. I feel like there's a possibility that this could be more complex. That's what I want to say with that. Unless you're meeting them online. If you're meeting them online, I think the complexity is the fact that you are meeting them online, right? Okay, we have the ring here. This is a promise, okay? This is a promise. So I see this, you guys, and I do this all the time, and I don't do it intentionally, but I make people promise me things. If you are dating me, if you are pursuing me in any shape, way, or form, I will make you promise me things, small things, okay? Because I feel like this is a way of bonding. I feel like this is a way of building connection, of building trust between two people. It doesn't need to be something big. It could be something small, you guys. This may be a significant way that you are connecting to this person. This may even be the way or the means, the bridge in which you are meeting this person, okay? A promise. We have the fox. So I do, again, guys, I feel like almost this love, this connection is something that is blossoming, that's sneaking up on you in a way that was not necessarily expected, okay? I feel like foxes have the ability to be very sly, to be cunning, obviously. So I see this as this love, this connection blossoming or coming up in a way that is unexpected and is taking us by storm, essentially. We have cleanse here. Okay, cleanse. This is obviously talking about washing away the past, cleansing ourselves of our past, which again, I think is rather interesting considering the fact that we have the star here, and the star is quite literally, you guys, that message, that sign of like things are going to get better, things are going to improve. The tower is the cleanse. The tower is cleansing. The star is like, okay, now that I've cleansed, let me like be hopeful for my future. Let me look up to the stars and remind myself that there are things to be grateful for. Remind myself that there's hope. Sure. We have intuition here as well, you guys, okay? Intuition. I see this as your intuition playing a really big role in the connection and in the pursuing of the connection. And this is why, again, perhaps why I brought up mental health so much. It's so easy to be led astray if you are not mentally healthy. It's so easy to get triggered or to get upset by things if you are not mentally healthy. So again, guys, like I'm trying to say this in the most loving, gentle way possible. Please, like, do not be afraid. If you do need help, like, don't be afraid to reach out for help. If you have the ability and like the financial means to do so, please don't be afraid to do so. It's honestly a blessing if you have the ability to like seek help. So at least in the United States, it's a blessing. I mean, I guess in other countries in which you can relate. Anyways, intuition. Make sure you are in a place where your mind is clear and you have the ability to actually use your intuition. Because again, if you're struggling mentally, your intuition is not your intuition. Your intuition is obsolete, essentially. We have faith. This is again the star coming up, you guys. a lot of this, I think a lot of this has to do with universal intervention. And I feel like that sounds weird, but it almost feels like the universe is intervening and saying, okay, like this relationship is meant to be, like, it's happening. There's a need to maintain faith. So you don't close yourself off. So you don't become a hermit, so that you don't hide yourself away or cut your heart off from feeling. I do believe that we have the ability as humans, you guys, to completely just numb ourselves out and disconnect and literally prevent ourselves from having the ability to experience happiness. So please don't do that. That's what I'm saying with that. Please do not do that. I do believe that this person in this relationship will be worth the wait for those of you who are willing to wait. We have renewal and adventure. Okay, so how/when are you meeting them? A return of passion and play. Community is healing. Laughter, travel, new things can respark your love life. So again, you guys, new things can respark your love life. I see that as you guys engaging in new, exciting ventures. Also, community is healing. I see that again as a possibility of you meeting this person through mutual friends, and it may be a bit complex in that regards, but a return of, or a renewal of passion and play, a return for adventure, renewal, all of this good stuff, I feel like is taking place in your life at the time in which you're meeting them. Here is another message, you guys, that makes me believe that you are meeting this person via online. A message for you. The fact that it says a message for you feels very online. It feels very much like so-and-so gave me your number. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. We have commitment as well. Commitment. So obviously that's just referencing the fact that this is going to be a committed relationship. I think that's just confirmation for us. We have boundaries. Okay, so again, this is something I always say, boundaries is the place in which you can love yourself and others at the same time. Without boundaries, you are not loving yourself. Okay, now there is such things as building up so many walls and having so many boundaries to the point in which you are completely and totally incapable of letting anybody in. And in that case, guys, like, that's also not productive. So make sure that you, yes, are setting healthy boundaries, but also make sure that you are not making it impossible for anybody to reach you, for anybody to connect to your heart. Now, I want to go ahead and wrap up the message. You're meeting this person when you're older, when you're more mature, or when you are gaining mental clarity or receiving help or receiving some type of mental relief. Okay, for those of you who are already older, I would see this as this person coming into your life relatively soon, especially for those of you who've been through a significant amount of trials or difficulties. I would see this as this person coming into your life as long as you remain open and take action. For a lot of you, I also feel like this person, like, the how are you meeting them? I feel like for most of you, it's online. For the other part of you, I think that you're meeting them through a really complex web of, like, friends. So that's what I have in regards to the when/how. Some of you may be meeting them during Gemini season, so that may also be something significant, or maybe just any earth sign. Any air sign, time of the year, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius seasons. Now, these are messages from this person, so I want you to listen. This is a separate part of all of this, but it says, no matter what changes life brings, nothing will change my love for you. You give my life purpose. Because of you, I feel safe. I'm forever grateful. Thank you. This is the favorable time for matters of the heart, a time of inspiration and healing. A relationship blossoms. Your heartfelt aspirations now manifest lovingly into reality. Your heartfelt aspirations now manifest lovingly into reality. The last one we have here is be still, listen, and just be. Be still, listen, feel, and just be. Have you forgotten what is truly important? When you pass from this world, all you take with you is your soul and the beautiful memories it holds. Okay? So, group number 1. When are you meeting them? Again, at a time in your life where you are more mature, or If you've already obtained that maturity, it's very possible you're meeting them soon, particularly during an air sign season. How are you meeting them? For a lot of you online, for others of you, it could be, again, a really complex web of friends and networking within a friend group, meeting this person through that. So that is what I have for you guys. Group number 1, thank you so much for allowing me to read you today. I'm sending you guys the biggest hug and so much love. For those of you who do feel like you need healing, I hope that you receive that. Thank you guys. I love you, and I'll talk to you guys really soon. Bye. Hi, group 2. Before we jump into today's reading, I do have personal readings available in the description box. If you guys want a more personalized message for you today in regards to your next long-term relationship, you can go ahead and again check out my description box. If they're out of stock, please do message me on Etsy or through my email, and I will set something up for you in the future. With all that being said, guys, let's just get into it. The dice, if you're new here, the dice is extra. It's dessert. The dice are essentially just like, if your sign pops up, great. If it doesn't, that's okay. It's not the main message. Gemini, Leo. Hello, Gemini. Hello, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. Aquarius and Aries. Hello, Aquarius. Hello, Aries. Cancer and Scorpio. I love you so much, Cancer, and I love you so much, Scorpio. I'm a Cancer with a Scorpio moon, and my sister is a Scorpio, so I'm just obsessed with like Scorpio energy and my sister. So yeah, anyways, moving forward. Let's start off with the tarot. Okay. I'm going to go ahead, you guys, and shuffle all the cards, and then I will get into the message. Can I please get a message for group number, this is too many, guys, for group number 2 in regards to the when/how. Are they meeting their next long-term, loving, healthy relationship partner? You know what song stuck in my head? Thank you to my mother. To my mother. Thank you to my mother. I don't know why. Anyways. Interesting. Okay. Can I get... Hello, Pisces. Hello, Pisces. Okay. I'm gonna get this deck. Can I get a message? Libra, hello Aquarius. 8th house. Because of the wonderful things he does. This is an interesting message, you guys. This is rather complex. Can I get a message? You would give me that. You would give me that. All right. Can I... This is genuinely, guys, like really complex. Like I'm gonna have a difficult time trying to... So I'm gonna have a difficult time trying to explain this, trying to decipher this message, and then we literally have mystery. This is this reading in a nutshell, guys. There's a lot of complexities here, so bear with me. And also, as I'm speaking, please do feel free to use your own knowledge of yourself and your life and your own intuition, and even feel free to use things that you've heard in previous readings to connect your own dots, because this is a very complex message that is coming in right now. Okay, did I get everything? Okay, I think I got enough. So, and it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not a bad message. So don't get all weird on me, guys. It's not bad. It's just complex. And the mystery is the one that stayed behind. Okay. So, And I guess, okay, guys, I'm going to do this out of order. There's just no way. This message is too complex for me to do this linearly. So, excuse me. Second card that came out for you guys is the Six of Swords. Why am I focusing on this first? Because this seems to be a pinpoint highlighted moment. Why is this highlighted, Cenus? This is highlighted because you quite literally also have the ship that came out, guys. The ship and the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is traveling, it's moving, it's momentum, all right? This is telling me that you are meeting this person either quite literally through travel or through, I don't want this word, I don't want this word, I don't even care, whatever. Through some type of like immigration, okay? Now, I don't know if it's you immigrating somewhere or if it's someone immigrating to you, but it feels a bit like immigration, guys. If it's not like a full-blown, like I am physically moving to a gosh dang different country, then it literally feels like traveling to a different country, meeting this person, falling in love. For those of you who live in a larger country, it could be that you are visiting or traveling to a different state, province, city, fill in the blank, and you're meeting this person while you are traveling to, again, a different state, province, fill in the blank, city, whatever. This is travel though, and this is transformation, and this feels extremely significant because this has come up twice, and I feel like it came up a bit throughout the rest of the reading, but this is really significant in regards to the how you're meeting. It could even be significant in regards to the when, because this is also representing a change occurring, a transformation occurring, okay? So the ship and the Six of Wands, or the Six of Swords, is quite literally travel, all right? So keep that in mind. I wanted to just highlight that first. Okay, the first card that came out is the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is talking, again, this feels kind of connected to movement and to momentum. This is quite literally the card of movement. It's saying things are moving, things are changing, there is energy shifting, there is a progression forward. That is what this card is literally saying. So it's a way bit difficult for me to be like, it's difficult for me to put words to this because how are things shifting? How are things changing? What movement is occurring? I don't know what movement is occurring, you guys, but I do know that you're meeting this person at a time where there's a lot of movement taking place in your life, which again, then leading into the Six of Swords makes sense. It makes sense that this would be the card that followed it. And it makes sense that the ship is also here because the ship is quite literally, you know, most of us take planes now, but the ship is quite literally a way of transporting us from this land to that land. We have the Queen of Pentacles, okay? So, again, guys, like this message, when you see me like making these faces, I'm not making them because this is a bad message or because I feel like what I'm saying is bad. I'm making it because the complexities that go into this reading are, it's so deep. It's so much more than just like, oh, you're changing jobs, so you're moving to a different country. It's deeper than that. It feels more intentional. It feels, I don't know, guys. This essentially what this Queen of Pentacles is talking about is stability, financial health, being a really hard worker, being ambitious, but also being loving, caring, and nurturing. Are you guys moving to like financially take care of somebody or to maybe even like help someone in your family or someone that you love? I don't know. This almost is giving me like self-sacrificial energy, and the Queen of Pentacles never gives me like I'm sacrificing myself or I'm sacrificing something for something else or for someone else, but it's giving me a little bit of self-sacrificial energy, and it's just really weird that it's coming up like that. But it is. We have the Eight of Pentacles as well. So this is repetition. This is us doing something over and over and over again until we are perfect. For some of you, this is also really weird. You play an instrument. I'm seeing the piano. This doesn't need to be specifically the piano, but it's like some type of instrument, and we're doing it over and over and over and over again because we're trying to become perfect. Some of you are wanting to go to school for this, or you're wanting to do something grand with this musical talent. And when I say musical, yes, some of you may be like wanting to produce music or wanting to sing, but I'm specifically seeing people who are like playing the piano. So it feels more so to me like an instrument, and wanting to play in some type of like orchestra, or wanting to go to school to study some type of musical arts or something like that. But this is not the point. The point is we're doing something over and over and over again until we perfect it. And it just feels like for a lot of you who are receiving this message, you're either moving because you're like going to university in a different country, or again in a different state, a different province, fill in the blank. You're going somewhere far to perfect a skill. If this is having to do with work and you're moving somewhere to perfect, I don't think you're moving to perfect a skill if it's for work. I think you're moving with the intentions of like, this is a new chapter, I'm gonna make more money, but then you end up perfecting a skill or getting better at your skill. Again, this feels like a tangled web, guys. Like, this feels like a tangled web to me. It doesn't feel like clear cut and dry. We have the Ace of Swords. I feel like the Eight of Pentacles isn't done. Hold on, guys. This is the benefit of shuffling off camera. I have a moment to like really sit with the cards and like let them get everything out. Some of you guys, there's like a library involved, or like reading, studying, late nights. It feels almost like to the point of exhaustion. There's something here that's exhausting us, but it's exhausting us with the purpose of making us better, okay? We have the Ace of Swords. All right, so the Ace of Swords, you guys, is quite literally talking about an energy of being inspired, being reawakened, okay? This is a burst of energy. I want you to imagine yourself sleeping. Group number 2, imagine yourself sleeping right now, and then somebody literally comes around and like throws an ice bucket of water on you. Yes, you'd be angry, I understand that, but also like this would shock you. This would wake you up. This would be probably uncomfortable, but very exhilarating, okay? So that is how this Ace of Swords is being presented to me. It's not feeling like inspiration. It's not feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm feeling so inspired. It's feeling like you were sleeping and somebody came around the corner and threw an ice bucket of water on you and woke you up and forced you to be like, okay, I have to get up and I have to get moving. There's like, I can't go back to sleep after that. I'm not going to get comfortable after that. Like, now there needs to be movement. So I'm not sure, guys, if that Ace of Swords is what's causing this movement. Like, I don't know what's coming first, the chicken or the egg. Like, that's what I feel like I'm trying to solve here. And who am I to solve that? I'm not. So point is, that is what's feeling like what is happening. It feels like this is really connected to you going through some type of physical move or physical transition from one location to another. And that is how you are meeting this person. And it also feels like it's perhaps involving some type of really grueling work or efforts to improve an aspect of yourself or of your life. Okay, I'm gonna take a sip of water. Okay, now moving into the tarot cards. And you know what, Pisces? This is because you're here. This is the Pisces energy that is making it difficult for me to see this. Intimacy, intuition, compassion. Why am I blaming Pisces for causing the confusion? Because Pisces is very much a sign that causes confusion. It causes mist. It causes a haze. It's a thick, misty, spiritual haze, okay? I love you, Pisces, literally so much. Water sign to water sign. You're beautiful. Pisces energy here, okay? This is telling me, you guys, that there's some type of spiritual connection here. Pisces, I cannot look at Pisces. I cannot experience Pisces energy and not relate it back to spirituality or not relate it back to the soul. Okay, I don't know how else to put it besides like the soul. So there's some type of spiritual or soul connection here that I feel like is drawing you two together. Moving forward from the Pisces energy, hello to all the Pisces. Again, love you so much. We have the 5th house. This is passion, play, children, confidence, and creativity. So we are pursuing passions at the time in which we are meeting this person. This may have a lot to do with how we are meeting them. I oftentimes like to encourage people to pursue their passions more fully when you are looking for love, when you are wanting to experience love. Why? Because in doing this, you then have the opportunity to meet somebody who may have similarities to you in regards to interest, which I do believe that is a foundational requirement for a long-term, healthy, happy, loving relationship. So passion, play, children. It's very possible, you guys, that this person and you may produce offspring together. The artist. You know what it is? A lot of artists picked this group, and I feel like that is what is causing me to be a bit discombobulated with the message, because it feels more poetic, it feels deeper than what words can express. It feels very emotional, and the depths are very, very deep, and it just feels like more than I can give in a reading. It feels like more than I can produce because it's so complex. It feels quite literally like I'm trying to navigate myself through a spider web, and it's like, okay. We have Aquarius. This is collaborate. Okay, so again, those of you who are in university, it's very possible that you are collaborating with this person on a project. It's very possible as well, if you are not in university, that you are collaborating with this person on a project regardless. It's feeling to me like this collaboration is like you're being pushed together by an outside source. And I don't mean, yes, like spiritually, but also like a physical outside source. Whether that's your boss, your manager, a coworker, a friend, a family member, it feels like you two are being pushed together, and not necessarily romantically, but pushed together for a purpose. It's like, I need you to help me move, Cindy. So Cindy, you go over to help your friend move, and then they have Jax over there helping Cindy move as well. Wait, no, you're Cindy. I don't know. We're having people help us move, okay? We're bringing people together through this move. And oh my God, that may literally be what's going on for some of you. Because quite literally, there's a move here involved, but it may not be your move. It could be somebody else's move, and you're meeting this person through helping somebody move. Anyways, collaborate. That's my point. It feels like you two are being brought together, yes, spiritually, but also physically. There's somebody in your physical life who is pushing your meeting together. Not necessarily I want you to meet this person for romantic reasons, but like, you need to go work with Joe over there. Okay. We had a card drop. We have Libra here. This is balance. Okay, so some of you work in a bank, some of you work in law. You're meeting this person through that, number one. Number two, this is talking about harmony and balance. To me, this is confirmation that this relationship, this union is meant to be harmonious, is meant to be balanced. It's confirmation that we are talking about the relationship that's going to be healthy, loving, and balanced. It's also very possible Pisces, Aquarius, Libra. It's very possible that you guys are meeting this person during one of these seasons. Pisces season, Libra season, Aquarius season, okay? And then last but not least, we have the 8th house. And this is also contributing to my confusion. So thank you to the other water sign, Scorpio, okay? You guys, the water signs are not here to help me today, which is sad and disappointing because me being a water girl. The 8th house showing up here, you guys, is representing an ending. It's representing death. It's representing things coming to a close. Chapters ending, chapters closing, which isn't surprising that this is here based on the fact that there's movement, okay? Now, look, moving doesn't have to be a sad thing. It doesn't have to be like, we don't necessarily move and then go, oh, this is a death. But like in reality, it is a death. It's a death of you living in one location and now you're living in a different location. And that's not literally a death, but it's a death. So there's some type of significant death taking place in your guys' life. It's not a literal death, so don't freak out. It's not a literal death, guys, but it's a transition of such, which we talked about already. All right, let's move on to this like mystery and magic. Like, what is this, Harry Potter? This is why, guys. This is why I'm having a hard time relaying this message, because we have mystery and we have magic here. Two things that you can't explain. You can't explain magic. Dare you. Try it. Do it. You can't. Okay? If you try, you're literally just saying something that's not even correct, because there's no way to explain magic. Magic just is what it is. Mystery. What is a mystery? We literally don't know. That's why it's a mystery. In the definition, we don't know. So, do you know what these two cards are telling me? That there is mystery and magic surrounding this connection, the timeline, the how, the when, the why. There is magic and mystery. There's mystery and magic bringing about this relationship. So I'm sorry, group 2, but I don't think you're supposed to know the exact how or when or why. Like, I think that you're not necessarily supposed to know. What you should know is that the meeting is going to be very much divine. You are going to view the meeting, the connection, as magic, as lucky, as, oh my gosh, like the universe conspired to bring us together. And as of right now, like, you don't need to see anything more going forward. The mystery is telling me that there is something preventing us from fully seeing the path forward between the two of you in regards to the meeting and the timeline. Let's move along. Manifestation. So for some of you, this may play a significant role. This is not going to be how you meet this person, but this may be playing a role in regards to the how/when. Again, magic showing up, right? Magic showing up. So manifestation. We have reparenting yourself. I feel like the way that we reparent ourselves, you guys, is by providing safety, security, and love that we may have missed out on in childhood. And for some of you, this is going to require serious help. For some of you, this is going to require revisiting certain emotional trauma from childhood or baggage that you may carry from childhood. For some of you, this is just simply going to require having a real honest conversation with yourself about like what you lacked in childhood and what you want moving forward. Okay, the reason why I think this is playing a role is because this is affecting us emotionally and mentally, and obviously our emotional and mental state plays a role in our ability to give and receive love. So that's why I think this reparenting situation is showing up. I think that's something that may be very necessary for us on the path to find this person. We have forgiveness. Now, it's interesting, guys, because I talked about this in the last pile as well. If you want to be in a healthy, happy, long-term relationship, you're going to have to be mentally healthy yourself, emotionally healthy yourself. You can't ask for a partner who's going to give you emotional satisfaction, emotional stability, somebody who is intelligent or somebody who has the ability to forgive and then not have those qualities yourself. So with this forgiveness, love is forgiving, guys. Love is forgiving. And it's interesting that this is coming up because there was a little blip that popped up for me this weekend. And I know I'm saying that strangely. It's because I don't want to be specific. But there was a little blip that popped up for me this weekend in which there was a message that I received about forgiveness and how necessary this is. And I don't care who wants to fight on this or who wants to disagree. It literally doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, like, this just is, I feel like, a universal truth. You have to learn to forgive if you want to move forward, if you want to move on, if you want to let go, if you want to be happy. Forgiveness is healing for you. It's not necessarily healing for the other person, but it's healing for you. And holding on to anger, resentment, and bitterness, that's just you holding on to poison, and like there's nothing good that can come of that. And I feel like in order to be in a healthy, happy, long-term relationship, you're gonna have to learn to be forgiving. Because unfortunately, guys, humans aren't perfect. And you're never going to meet a perfect human in your entire freaking life. You just won't. You may meet a person who's perfect for you, but even that person is going to have to be forgiven at times, because you yourself, you are human, right? They are human. Humans make mistakes. Humans slip up. Humans sometimes make mistakes that they don't even mean to make. So forgiveness is going to be important in regards to having this healthy, long-term, loving relationship. Not just being able to forgive others, but being able to forgive yourself as well is going to be highly important. We have lessons from Uranus. Radical attraction and the adult pool come with inconsistency and detachment, a theme of freedom or commitment. No expectations are the best expectations to have. Sure, my problem with this essentially is just like, I don't like telling people that like what they do with their bodies is wrong, because I don't inherently think that there's anything wrong with doing with what you want with your body. Like, that's weird to say or to have an opinion on. Like, it's just weird. So this is essentially just saying, though, when you connect with somebody and it's purely in the adult, intimate manner, that's going to obviously, and I know most of you know this, it's going to breed inconsistency, right? And if you're okay with that, that's beautiful, that's lovely. Like, do you live life, have fun, be safe. But if you are wanting something that is more committal and serious and long-term, evaluating that may be beneficial. Also, releasing expectations on people that don't owe you anything is also very beneficial, guys. The reason why is because when we go on a first date with somebody, if we automatically are like, okay, this person is the person I want, and I'm expecting them to do A, B, and C, and then they don't, and then we get upset. It's like, why are we getting upset over somebody who has not invested in us, who we aren't in a relationship with? So no expectations are the best expectations to have, because you need to remain open, while also like not selling yourself short, or not just giving away your love or your time or your energy so freely. So there's that. And then we have lessons from Saturn. And this says a soul's desire to resolve limiting patterns of control and dependency. Many challenges, but can bring benevolent long-term rewards. Saturn is a beautiful planet because he challenges us, he puts us through hell, and then he goes, you did a good job. Here's a cookie. And then you get your cookie and life is great. But until then, it's hard and it sucks and it's difficult. So with this, I essentially just want you guys to look at this as like the road ahead to meet this person may not be the easiest, may not be the smoothest. However, ultimately, I do believe that this person is worth it. I do believe this relationship is worth it. It requires work, as do all relationships. So that's nothing that should be overly surprising for anybody. Going into this again, we have the ship and we have the gentleman. Okay, I see the gentleman as representing respect. I see the ship as transformation, change, and a move. Essentially, guys, I see this as us being willing to cross waters for our gentleman or for our lady, for the person that we desire, for the person that we see a future with. The next card, the last technical card, is time. You're trying too hard. Give it time. So very much like the rest of the message, you guys, this is not giving us a concrete, definitive answer. It's saying there's a mystery here. You're trying too hard. Give it time. So like, thank you for telling us that like it's perhaps just not time. These next 3 messages, guys, are from the person you're going to be in a loving relationship with next. So I'm going to read that in a second, but I just want to say this. When are you meeting them? I don't know. How are you meeting them? I don't know. It seems like the most likely possibility for you guys is there's going to be a significant move either on your part or their part, and that is how you guys are meeting. The move seems to be significant. Also, indulging in our passion seems significant. Libra season, Pisces season, maybe Aquarius season, possibly Scorpio season, but those are the seasons that seem the most relevant in regards to the timeline of when you may meet them. I'm not getting an actual like age or a year or anything like that. You know what? I didn't even think about this for group number 1. I'm so silly. There are messages in here that may help alleviate some of that confusion. So let me just, can I get a message for group 2? Can I please get a message for group number 2? I need a message for group 2. A message for group 2. Okay. Let's see what we get, guys. We have bedroom eyes. This person may have bedroom eyes. That just means that their eyes are very lusty-dusty. We have thick lashes, bedroom eyes. We have light brown, again, bedroom eyes. Maybe that's hair, skin complexion. We have Quebec. We have strong. We have entrepreneur. We have 12 months, again, timeline, boom. We have dark hair. We have bright eyes. We have petit, français. We have Chile. We have 28 years of age. So for those of you who are under the age of 28, you may be meeting this person at 27, 28, 29. That 3-year period, okay? Or that 12-month in between 28, 29. Oh my gosh. Because 28, right? And then we have the 12 months. So that's why I'm saying 29, 27. Because it could be 12 months after 28, 12 months before 28, or 28. So that's why I'm doing boop, 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 okay? We have curly. We have love you more. We have Germany. We've got a lot of locations. We've got chest. Summer. Summertime. We got Seattle. We have 20, or the 20th. We have carefree. We have 6. We have 25. So age 28, 25 or the 25th. It could be 26 or 24 for 25. We have Vancouver. We have want you more. A strong nose. And the 3rd. So that's what I have, guys, in regards to the when, the where, the how. I feel like the how is still a mystery, but moving forward, these are their messages to you. You are loved more than you consciously know. Share your insecurities with the one you love, aka this person. You will be surprised and reassured by their reaction. Love is all around you. Love generates more love. You will receive positive confirmation of this in the next few days. Keep on loving and you will keep on receiving greater, ever greater blessings in return. A great love requires intimacy, trust, and the ability to share your feelings. Express your doubts and fears, your likes and dislikes. Talk openly, listen, be present, always with an open heart and mind. Okay. So, group number 2. That is all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you, group 2. I'm sending you guys so much love. I hope this was helpful. Again, if you want a personal reading, description box. If it's out of stock, message me and I'll set something up for you. Email or Etsy. Thank you. I love you. And I'll talk to you guys really soon. All right. Bye. Hello to my final group, group number 3. Welcome to your guys' reading. If you're looking for a personal reading, babes, I have personal readings available in the description box. If they're out of stock, you can go ahead and email me, message me on Etsy, and I'll set something up for you in the future. Let's start with the dice. If you guys are new here, the dice is extra. It's dessert. What that means is it's not the main course. So if your sign doesn't pop up, it's really legitimately not that serious. It's not that deep. The dice don't determine the message, so keep that in mind. Sagittarius and Aries. Hello, Saggy. Hello, Aries. Libra and Capricorn. Hello, Libra. Hello, Capricorn. Aquarius and Sagittarius. Hello, Aquarius. Hello, Sagittarius. Okay, you guys, I'm going to shuffle all of the cards prior to speaking on any of them, so give me a moment. Can I get a message for group? Interesting. Can I get a message for group? Can I get a message for group? This is too many. Can I get a message? Interesting, okay. Can I get a message for group number 3 about the when/how they're coming into union with their next loving partner? Oops. Can I get a message for group number 3? This is so interesting. Can I get a message for group number 3? Oh my goodness. Okay. Can I get a message for group? Okay. Can I get a message for group number 3 in regards to how? Can I get a message? Okay. All right, guys, let me go ahead and scooch all of the cards over. I think I got all the decks that I wanted to use. I'm not quite sure. Actually, there's one more deck. I'm sorry. When/how is group number 3? I'll also be pulling from the bowl at the end, guys. Okay. So, if you're sensitive, honestly, I don't know why you're here. I don't know why you're subscribed to me. If you're sensitive, toodles. It's not a bad message. I just think that this message and most of my messages are for people who have a mindset that is more mature. That is what I'm trying to relay. Or maybe you're just having a bad day, so, maybe just skip. Again, it's not bad, guys. I don't want to scare anybody because it's actually relatively good. I just think that sensitive people, again, should not be here. Moving forward, we have the Six of Discs, okay? The Six of Discs, guys, this is talking about generosity. This is talking about somebody who has a very giving, loving spirit. So how/when are you meeting this person? It's very possible that you are meeting this person at a time in your life where you are capable of giving. Perhaps at a time in your life where you're pouring into yourself as well. Again, I am going to be pulling, hopefully, an exact year or age or timeline in regards to when, but I do believe that generosity or having the ability to give is playing a role in the timeline. Now, I'm going to talk about this out of order because it doesn't make sense to talk about it in the choppy way that it came out. We have Death and we have the Ten of Swords, okay? Both of these cards indicate an ending. They indicate a loss of sorts. Now, a loss is not always a loss or a bad thing, right? I think a loss could also be very positive. I think a loss could also be something that is beneficial for us in the long term, even if we don't see it immediately. I see this card, you guys, or both these cards, as you guys experiencing some type of loss. All right, we're just gonna leave it there. I'm seeing these cards as a loss. So, the when/how. How can we identify a loss? A loss could be a loss of a friendship, a loss of a job, a loss of a dream, a loss of a goal, a loss of a lifestyle. It doesn't need to be something bad unless you want to make it something bad. But I feel like when you lose things, at times it could be really positive. It could be a really beautiful experience. So it really just depends on the way that you perceive loss and the way that you perceive life in general. I mean, that's literally like everything in life, but specifically this. Moving forward, we have the Ten of Cups, okay, guys? Now, what is the Ten of Cups? The Ten of Cups is talking about an energy that is very much connected to the idea of family and the idea of a happily ever after. So the way that I'm seeing this, group number 3, I'm seeing this as like you and this person coming together and then quite literally being like, you're my husband, you are my wife, you're the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. It feels very connected to that. It feels very connected to the idea of like, this is my person, this is the person I am meant to ultimately be with, okay? So I think upon meeting them, then this will be established rather early on. I know sometimes it takes couples like years to figure out what they want in regards to the relationship. I don't think that's this type of relationship. We also have the High Priestess. This is wisdom, all right? So I said this, I think, in the last pile. I do believe that you guys, this particular group, you guys are going to be of the mindset of being in a position of having more wisdom than not. I don't see this as you being naive or young or, living wild and free. This feels more grounded, mature, stable. This is wisdom as well, so this could be after you are graduating from university. For those of you who are younger and in university, this could be meeting this person around that time when you are graduating or finishing that up. Overall, though, the High Priestess represents that energy of like wisdom, unknown knowledge, things that are a bit more mystical. We have the Seven of Discs, which is representing an energy of working really hard to produce the fruit that you want, okay? So working really hard to see the outcome or to garnish the outcome that you desire. I see this as you guys being in a place of being willing to work hard in your relationships. Especially because I don't necessarily think that this relationship has the smoothest road in regards to how you guys are meeting. Not to say that the relationship itself will not be smooth, but the road to get there, it feels like you guys are, experiencing life with perhaps people who are not your person. Ultimately, we're ending the tarot session or the tarot part of this reading with the Ace of Wands. Now, I think this is really important to highlight because the Ace of Wands, you guys, is representing an energy of a fresh start, of a new day, a new dawn, a new light. This is new, this is fresh, this is ready to start anew. And I know I keep saying new, but that's literally what this is. It's new, it's fresh, it's spring, it's fertile, it's bouncy, okay? So ultimately, when/how, I believe for this group, you don't seem young when you are entering into your next healthy long-term relationship. That doesn't mean you have to be old, but you don't seem young. And the reason I'm saying that is because this just feels like we're going through life. This feels like we have experience. We've experienced multiple losses in our life, not just one, maybe more than two. So I would see that as having two really significant relationships, perhaps that have come to an end, that you've had to close out, wrap up. Perhaps even someone who you believed you were going to have a family with, ending a relationship that's on that level of seriousness. Ultimately, I think that you're gaining a lot of wisdom, though. Or you have gained a lot of wisdom throughout this time period. I feel like you've done a lot of the internal work. And at the time in which you're meeting them, I feel like it's going to be a very fresh start for you in general. All right, group 3. So we do have Saturn in a square here. Both of these are representing challenges, okay? Now, please hear me when I say this, group number 3. This does not mean that you're not meeting this person. Again, this is the person that you're going to be in a long-term, happy, healthy, loving relationship with. However, the road to find this person, the road to get there, it may present some challenges. You may have to kiss a few, what is that saying? You may have to kiss a few frogs before you get your prince. Like, that's quite literally the energy that's coming up with the Saturn and with the square. Now, again, going back to a timeline, group 3, with Saturn here, it's not giving young, it's not giving fresh, it's not giving, early 20s, it's not given that, all right? It's maturity. It's you're grown. So, I don't know, just depending on where you're currently at in life, I do feel like you're meeting this person at a time in which wisdom is overflowing, in which you've had a lot of life experiences. I think this sounds a lot like the last group that I did, just a little heavier. But ultimately, like, this is just telling me, again, like I just said, you're gonna have to kiss a few frogs before you get your prince or your princess or what the frick ever. It just feels like and that's life. Like, guys, that's literally like most people. Like, if we're being super honest, like, that's most people. Most people have to date around, have to date multiple people, or have to be in multiple relationships prior to meeting the person that they can be in a healthy relationship with. Why? Because as you grow and as the more relationships come into your life, the more you mature, the more you learn how to navigate, the more you learn how to go about dealing with these relationships. So, I don't know, guys. I feel like this is very normal. I just know it's not always what people want to hear, but it is normal. So we also have the moon in the 10th house. So the 10th house is structure, discipline, life mission, accomplishments, and career. So for some of you, I do see this as you meeting this person through the means of your career, or perhaps at a time in which you are feeling very successful in your career, at the time in which you are feeling fulfilled with your life purpose, where you're feeling like, yes, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, this is what I'm meant to do, feeling very connected to the career is what I get with this 10th house. We also have the moon, and this says satisfy emotional needs, nurture self and others. Okay, so satisfy emotional needs, nurture self and others. The way that I see this group 3, again, it just feels like maturity. When you know how to deal with your emotions, when you know how to handle your emotions, I feel like that is when you are open to experiencing love in a higher capacity. I feel like that's when you're open to experiencing relationships in a higher capacity. And I think until you can master this, you're going to have a hard time in relationships. You're going to have a hard time meeting that person who you are compatible with, who is healthy for you, who presents an environment of love that is consistent. If you cannot master this, it's going to be very difficult to find that, okay? So, and that's not to say, again, there's nuance to every conversation, but that's not to say that just because you're emotional that you don't deserve love or that you're not capable of love. That's not at all what I'm saying. I'm extremely emotional and I'm still capable of appropriately expressing my emotions, because my emotions at the end of the day are like on me, right? It's not your responsibility to regulate my emotions. It's not that person's responsibility to make me feel good within me. So that's what I'm trying to communicate, right? Like once we can master the control over our emotions, even if it's just the way that we react to them or the way that we express them, I feel like that is very important when it comes to having like a mature relationship. So I feel like that is playing a role in regards to the timeline of when you're meeting this person. I'm sorry, my little stuffed animal is like falling down and I need to cuddle him right now because I'm like feeling in the mood to cuddle. All right, we have soulmates here. All right, so soulmates popping up. I don't remember if this popped up in another group or not. I don't think it did, but I ultimately just see this as like, this person is your soulmate. This person is the person you are meant to be with. Ultimately, this person is somebody who's going to make you extremely happy, and the when/how has a lot to do with you two literally just being meant to be. Like you two literally just being absolutely like meant to be in this relationship. So here's the thing, guys. I feel like all of us have some level of destiny, some level of like things, certain things are just meant to be. And for you guys who picked group number 3, whether you connect to the soulmate journey or not, I believe that this person and you are meant to be together because it's a part of your destiny. It's a part of your fate. It's something that is predetermined. And if you don't believe in soulmates, that's literally fine. I think that regardless, you are going to be meeting this person, and perhaps even through the means of meeting this person, they will make you believe in soulmates. So that is that. And again, also, if I'm just being completely transparent, guys, this also makes sense with Saturn here, because I feel like oftentimes when you meet your soulmate, the way that you know that this person is your soulmate is that you two are so capable of overcoming these challenges. You two together are so capable of facing this more disciplined, structured energy. And I also feel like this person makes this part of the journey worth it, right? This person makes this part of the journey so incredibly worth it. We have the garden here. And the garden, whenever this comes, oh my God. I love this deck. Every time I like really look at this deck, I notice new things all the time. So the garden. We all know, like, if you want a beautiful garden, you have to take time, energy, and effort to like nourish your garden. However, guys, boop, look at that. There's a unicorn back there. You see that? That makes me so happy. Okay, so the fact that there's a unicorn in the back, that also is representing to me that this love, this relationship you're going to be entering into is rare. It's one of a kind. It's not something that everybody gets to experience, guys. And here's the thing. A lot of people, and this is going to make people mad, and I just honestly don't care. A lot of people settle. A lot of people just go, I'm gonna settle because I don't want to be alone, and this person isn't my dream person, and they don't make me that happy, but like I don't want to be alone, and like it is what it is. Relationships are hard. I want to make it super clear, guys. I'm not seeing this relationship being hard, but I'm seeing the journey to meet this person, the journey to get to this person feels exhausting. It feels literally like, oh my gosh, like we're going through so much, and it's like, universe, can you give me a break? This person is that break, but in a more potent and more significant way than I'm even wording it. But the point is, the fact that the unicorn is here, guys, like this person and this relationship is so incredibly rare. And I think literally 90% of people on planet Earth are not going to experience this pungent, beautiful, amazing, long-lasting love that you're going to experience. If you picked pile number 3, although there are challenges here, you guys, I think the reason why there are challenges is because you are quite literally going to be in a relationship, you're going to be experiencing a love that the majority of the planet does not get to experience because they choose to settle, or they choose to go, okay, like I'm, this is good enough. I don't feel like this group is a group who's like, I'm just gonna settle. This is a group that's like, no, that's not good enough. And like, I want real love, and I want love that feels powerful and that feels intense and that feels long lasting, that is actually healthy. And that's why I feel like, you guys, this is why all these challenges are being presented, because it takes time. Like, you don't get to have this amazing love and not go through it. Like, you literally don't, guys, because it is so rare. You're, again, I know I keep saying this, but you're gonna have to kiss a few frogs. It just is what it is. 90% of people are gonna end up with a frog. You're not ending up with a frog, group number 3, and I'm so happy for you. And again, I know this is a heavier message, but it's like, you guys can handle it. You guys who picked group 3 and who stayed after my warning, like, you can handle it. And that's why you get to experience this unicorn love. I'm so happy for you guys, because I feel like, never mind. We're just gonna move on. We got identified. I'm so sorry. Why did I just say identified? This is dignified. Okay, so dignified is strength. Isn't it interesting, group number 3, that you guys are getting strength that's showing up in your reading? When you have all these challenges, you have Saturn, you have a square, you have the 10 of Swords, you have death. These are not simple, easy challenges, but you literally have strength here. This is the universe telling you, group 3, you better not freaking give up. There was a video, I don't know what the frick video it was, but I mentioned to you guys, or whoever picked this, whoever watched this video and picked this pile, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. I asked you not to give up on this person, to not stop looking for this person. For those of you who picked that pile last time and you're now watching this, I want you to look at this as an even more of a sign, because I feel like that feels very connected to that energy. And for some reason, that reading stayed in my mind. Readings usually leave my mind the second I'm done with them. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the second I'm done doing a reading, I don't even think about it. That one stuck with me. So please, group number 3, if you are hearing this and you watched that particular pile, know that this is another sign for you to keep going. Do not give up on that person. With dignified, guys, this is just representing strength. You have the strength that you need, the strength that's required to have this love, to find this person, to enter into this relationship. And we have family, 4th house of the home, which again, I do believe for the vast majority of you who picked group number 4, you guys are going to marry this person. You guys are going to enter into a loving, long-term relationship with this person. And I think ultimately, like, this is your happily ever after. Like, I feel like I'm describing literally a fairy tale for group 3. Like, that's what it feels like. Also, that's the other thing that I find interesting. People oftentimes get really annoyed when there's like negativity in messages, or when there's like a heavier tone to it. However, I feel like all the greatest love stories that have ever existed, the only reason why they were ever written or created or thought of, like, is because there's there is a plot, right? There is an issue, there is a adversary, there's a problem that we have to face, and then at the end we get the happily ever after. But if there was no problem, right? Like think about Sleeping Beauty. If Maleficent never put Sleeping Beauty to sleep, then the prince would have never had the opportunity to come in and save her, and it wouldn't have been a happily ever after. If they just got together in the forest and it was like, oh, they're in love, like okay, cute, but like, I don't know, it's not that cute. Like, it's cute, but it's like whatever. So I don't know, guys. I just really feel like with this particular group, it's giving me very Sleeping Beauty vibes. It's giving me Disney Princess, and if you don't like that, I literally like bye, don't care. But that's what it's giving. It's giving Disney Princess. It's giving there's challenges that we're facing. Okay, this is a movie. This is a storyline. At the end of the story, it's really great, but during the vast majority of the story, there's challenges. There's difficulties. And that is confirmed here, guys, with anger and growth. Anger and growth. So again, quite literally, group number 3, this feels like a storybook. It feels like a Disney princess dealing with this anger, dealing with this problem, dealing with negative emotions and growing from that, right? Growing from that, blossoming from that. I feel like even when we look at like The Little Mermaid, and I know a lot of people think the original Little Mermaid is like whatever, like she just left the ocean for a man, but in reality, like the original story of The Little Mermaid, I feel like in her giving her voice away, she learned a lesson that she is so much more than just her physical body. She learned the lesson of like, my voice is valuable. And that's almost like what this is feeling like, guys. Like it's feeling like we're going through this moment or this phase in life where we're angry at the world, or we're angry with men, or we're angry with women, we're angry and bitter with love. And then we learn this lesson, we go through this challenge, and we experience this blossoming, we experience this beautiful ending. Okay, we have lessons of Mars. This is purely physical and adult attraction. Fire and passions run fast and burn fast without other elements. This is essentially just saying don't burn yourself out on passion, and understand that if you are wanting a long-term significant relationship, it's going to require more than just the physical aspects to a relationship. We also have lessons of Jupiter. This is align, demonstrate, and express the values and beliefs you have learned about love. Be open to new ways. The results are healing and expansive. Be open to new ways. We also have emotions are natural and a necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. And I'm not showing you guys the back because obviously there's inappropriate images. Anyways, the next 2 cards we have is the Clover and the Dog. I'm seeing this as loyalty, and again, for the people who picked that message, for the people who picked the message where I said, do not give up on this person, and I started to cry and I got really emotional. Again, if you're still here, loyalty, staying loyal to this person even though you have not met them, staying loyal to this connection that you have with your soulmate despite the fact that you guys are not physically together is going to be really important. Also, there is a level of luck. The reason why luck is here, guys, is ultimately just because this has to do with destiny. Okay, so the last 2 messages I have is it's only normal to miss someone who's dear to you, but remember, love knows no separation. You may be physically apart, yet spiritually you are always united. Those you love are forever present in your heart. We have stopped taking life so seriously. Achievements and possessions will pale into insignificance when your soul journeys back home to the light from which everything stems. Okay. Now, I'm going to try to get some more information in regards to a timeline, information about the meeting. Can I get a message for group number 3? Okay. We have unique hair. It doesn't need to be this unique, you guys, but unique hair. We have a romantic gaze. We have handsome. We have it's time. We have single, Pisces, green eyes, soft hands, Prince Charming, which I think is really interesting considering the fact that I was talking about Sleeping Beauty and Little Mermaid. We have LA. We have 6'2". We have short hair. We have long legs, which obviously 6'2". We have creator. We have fresh. We have brave. Artist. Childcare. Look at this confirmation. Twin flame. Stranger. Long. So, group number 3, that is what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. Again, if you're wanting a more personalized reading or more information on this person, you can go ahead and book a personal reading with me in the description box. If it's out of stock, message me, I'll set something up with you. All right, that is that, guys. Thank you. I love you, and I'll talk to you guys really soon. All right, bye.